Sorry about this, guys. Okay, guys, so we're looking at the severe weather for the U.S. here. We actually have a higher percentage for Oklahoma, Texas, and Iowa. It stretches all the way down to Ohio, all the way down to Texas. So, the main threat that we are looking at is obviously the darker spot that is in the middle. The whole storm itself, which is out here, we will be looking at numerical models or models of the storms. If y'all don't know what that is, it is basically models of future storms that could be hitting on any from now to like a week or two from now, all the way up to there. This is for next month on April 12th, actually, or 2nd. Sorry, not 12th. Or wait. Well, they're the 1st through 2nd, which is right here. This is where we're going to have our severe weather chance at. This is a very dangerous situation, actually, because it is at the highest, which means this could be a 3 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5. Now, if it's at a 4 out of 5, it is way stronger, which means a higher tornado chance. But right now, it seems, right now, as what I can see, is that it's at a enhanced risk. There is a chance that it actually could go to a moderate chance or a high risk in this area, or even out here, or possibly even out here, if we get really bad storms that day. The main chances that we are looking at are all for this area. The storms could potentially start with a squall line right here and move down southeast, or actually just kind of east, which could potentially happen with these storms. So you have cold air and then you have moist air that are going to be combining. Or let me draw this in a better scale. Now you have decently strong winds bringing up Gulf moisture, all the way up, feeding into these storms. And then you have the colder air, which is feeding down from Canada and the Arctic Circle, that are also coming down to combine this right here. I could be wrong. The moisture could be coming from these two areas, or it could mostly just be coming from the Gulf of Mexico, which is actually bigger than the Pacific Ocean in view, as you can tell, and the Atlantic. If this was all just one Atlantic Ocean, then this Atlantic Ocean would be pretty big. Now, the Gulf of Mexico in general is bigger than, obviously, Gulf of Mexico, but at the same time, the Gulf of Mexico is a lot hotter than the Pacific. So the Pacific, it's only forming a low-pressure system, which moves this way, and as that low-pressure system goes, low-pressure system, cold front, dry line, heat front. Okay, so the storms would be forming right here, or kind of like right here. Now, obviously, anything could form in, also right here, but there's a lower chance of it forming up here, but there's a way higher chance of the storms forming more back or a little bit in front of that dry line that is moving all the way down east, or potentially even southeast, which is probably why this potential severe chance goes so far down south, because these storms could actually be being pushed southeast, as well as it's being pushed east. So there could be southern winds, and there could be northern winds, but mostly just east. Eastern winds are going to be the strongest in this situation. The southern winds could actually upgrade as these models are going. Right now they're not showing that they're very strong, as at least of what I saw earlier. This live stream will be a little bit longer than all the other ones, so yeah. So the states that will probably be affected are going to be around right here. We have New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. We're also going to be having some in Kansas, Tennessee. I know Tennessee is closer up north, but we're going to have a lot of severe weather for our area. I live in Texas, somewhere right there. Now, our biggest threat is this. Now, this is going to be where our tornado chance and hail chance and wind chance are going to be highest. Our stronger winds are going to be kind of like a curve, so our winds will be pushing this way at about 60 miles per hour or more, which is obviously extremely dangerous, and that can make hail go from about 14 miles per hour to 100 plus. Now, this has only happened in rare occasions like this one. Now the winds, I would have to check it on Sunday for the chances that it possibly are going to be higher. Sorry. So this is going to be impacting us on Monday, which will be right here, and Sunday more like, oh my god, why did I say Sunday? Tuesday it'll be more like right here, and Sunday it'll be right there. Now this could actually update to be like this. So anything in this area on Monday and Tuesday could be affected by the severe weather. Now as we look at day 5, this will kind of be more east. This is why I said that we're probably going to have a stronger east wind than south wind. The storm does downgrade to a only 15% chance. Right here, the coast will be affected, as you can see. New York won't be affected. I mean, it might be affected a little bit, but not enough to be like a tornado chance or anything, no. Anything that could be affected is about this far. Anything with severe is going to be in these little pockets. Florida could actually be hit by a little bit of severe weather. Maybe that was left over from like around there, but I kind of doubt it because, as you can tell, it's pretty far up north from Florida. Tennessee, Mississippi are going to be probably hit the hardest. Well, I wouldn't say the hardest. I'd say more like Kansas and Texas and Oklahoma, especially Oklahoma. If y'all live somewhere in Oklahoma, please be ready for these storms. I'm going to try to get this out as early as possible. I have been tracking this for a little bit. I also have a bunch of other YouTubers that are also talking about this very specific day 4, because it is at a 30% chances, which is the highest chance you can get for one of these days. Now, for the 30% chance, there are 6,000 people that are in that chance. Or sorry, not 6,000, 6 million people that are in that chance, which is very dangerous. Like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Springfield, I was trying to figure out what that noise was. Columbia, Broken Arrow, Fort Smith, Arkansas. All of these areas that are highlighted could be affected by the 30% chance. All of these areas are going to be affected, so this goes almost all the way down to San Antonio and Houston, but San Antonio and Austin will be affected by some possible severe weather. Now, since I'm the only viewer on this live stream right now, this will be uploaded, so it'll stay on my YouTube channel. This storm system right here, I will say to anybody that's not on my live stream, is a very dangerous situation. Now, if you are in the live stream and you're joined late, please like and subscribe. So, the day 1 isn't bad, the day 2 gets worse, day 3 gets worse, and the day 4 gets even worse. Now, as you can see, after day 5, nothing much happens, but on day 6, there could be still a very small chance for North Carolina, and I'm pretty sure, does Tennessee stretch that far? I don't think it does. But I could be wrong. So, Let's look at some satellite imagery. This is actually right now. You can see that there's something right there. Oh, wait, actually. So in Iowa right now, we're actually seeing some pretty strong severe weather up there right now. I wouldn't really say severe weather, but I would say pretty strong thunderstorms that are in this area specifically. You can see that they're actually pretty high. They're about, I'm going to say, close to 60,000 feet in the air, or as elevation at the top of the storm, which is going to be closer to like right here. Now, these three storm systems right here are actually forming a small squall line. The squall line could have strong wind, no tornado chance, but a possible hail chance. I don't know this for a fact, but there are supposed to be some chances today, mostly just for hail, for these specific storms. Now, I'm going to look at these on my actual good radar, because I can't look at them on this one. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, and the college EDU thing, they finally fixed their radar system. Thank God. Because the radar system sucked. So there are actually some severe thunderstorm warnings out right now. Both of them have a high hail chance at the moment. So we are going to be actually going and loading a new one of these real fast. Yeah, it's in Iowa. So yeah, let's go back to numerical models. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at radar first. You can see that the storms really start to form in Texas and then they shoot up into Oklahoma. You can see that these are really fast. Like, really fast. They don't really survive for very long. They do move up northeast for very, very fast on my radar. These areas that will be affected are going to be right here. And a little bit right here. As we continue, though, because we are going to get some more severe weather on April 7th through 11th, actually. I guess we could look at that. So, nothing too crazy. I guess we could go to the beginning of the squall line. So, the squall line starts right here. As you can tell, it starts right there. And as we progress, it starts to immediately get stronger. Actually, it dies, and then it gets way stronger. And then it pushes itself down south. Now, we have to be watching a lot of storm systems because we don't know what's actually going to really happen with all of these storm systems. We're still trying to watch for these ones. Oh, I'm just trying to still watch. I need hiring. But if anybody wants to be on my live streams, I do have a Discord. Just like chat or not chat. Put it in the comments if you want my or my Discord. I don't know if it's public or not, but yeah. Photographs are not the best right now. So, this isn't really showing us that severe weather for April, but this is a bunch of different models. I guess we could look at the model where most people actually look. It's not the best. So, you can see, like, the severe weather forms on April 2nd, mostly. Like right here. So I guess this is the model that they're looking at then, because on the other GFS model, I didn't see any of this at all. So they have to be looking at this model then So if this model is showing this much activity, what is the cape? If it can... No, I can't show me cape. What the frick is this? What? Oh, okay, that's actually stupid. Sorry, guys, I have to go to another website. Why wouldn't it show me cape? That's so stupid. Forecast. Oops. Okay, so as you can see, it is two low pressure systems actually, with a high pressure system that is actually pushing these two low pressure systems south, or more like southeast. And it's more pushing it like east, so all of these storms over here actually grow. Our main storm threat is actually pretty strong on this type of like radar. So you can see it's right here. The best tornado chance is probably going to be along these lines. I will say that it's probably going to be in Oklahoma. If you live in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Norman, Moore, please watch out for these storms. I know nobody's going to watch it from that state, but please still watch it for those storms. You have to be serious. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Usually it shows me models, but today it's just not. Holy crap. Well, I think we found our storm right here, guys. Like, look at that. Like, holy crap. Like, look how far down south this goes. Like, this thing is on a direct path. Like, if this thing stays this far down south, severe weather will literally be right here, right there, and right there. I will have to change the color again. Like, holy crap. Like, this is low. The wind shear does lower, but it's still 140 plus probably. Like, this is actually bad for anybody who doesn't want severe weather. Like, holy crap. And it stays like this too. Look at that wind. You can see how far down it just pushes south. And it kind of just stays like that. Oh, wait. No, it actually wasn't that high. It was only like 90, but it's still high. Okay, well, we gotta go to GFS then if this one's doing that. Let's see what GFS is to say. That is CFS. That is not GFS. Okay, this is GFS. This one is gonna show us Cape. So I guess we can look at some Cape. If anybody's watching, which I know nobody's not, please like and subscribe. So our highest cape is right here. Holy, why is this so big? I never did that. Okay, so our main cape is actually right here. Let me scroll down a little bit so then y'all can see it. So you can see it's 2,000 plus, which means that there's actually a really good chance of tornadoes. Actually, all of this is 1,000 plus, though. Like, all the way up into Oklahoma and everything. It's 1,000 plus cape. So, if you live in any of these areas, or even here maybe, these areas right here could be affected by hail, tornadoes, wind. Less of a tornado chance, more of like a wind chance, I guess. I mean, this thing is shaped like an EF1, so the cape is literally shaped like an EF1. Like, this is what an EF1 kind of looks like. So, but anyways, yeah, there could be a chance of tornadoes in Texas, or, like Fort Worth, Dallas, Waco, maybe even Tyler, Texas, which is like right here. So, this is the most unstable cape, though, so we can always check this to see what it would look like. Tornado. Just straight up just tornado. Cape is extremely high. So, yeah. Let's check surface-based cape, which is on the surface. It's in the name. So you can see that the surface-based cape is also the same as the unstable cape. Let's check the cap. So the cap is where, if the more red it is, the less moist it is. So if it's right here, then you're probably going to get a storm. If it's more like right here, there's a lower chance of like a storm or a supercell in general. So this is where we're going to get our storms, right here. So you could see how we have no cap at all. Wait, actually, let me go back. Yeah, this is usually where we get our severe weather. So you can see that we barely have a cap, like, at all. This is where our problems are going to start. We even have a SIG severe supercell, which is extremely hard to get. Now, if we go to here, and let's say I go to Cape, but on GFS, because the other, as you know, the other one doesn't really do that for any reason. Now, if we go to mean layer Cape, which is Cape in general, I'm going to go back. No. Nope. So you can see that this version that shows Cape more north, this Cape shows it shooting all the way down south. So this is 1,000 plus right here. So that means that tornadoes are possible all the way up to Kansas, all the way down to Corpus Christi or San Antonio, if you want to even it out. So, we do have a weak supercell tornado chance for sure. Let's check a few hours from... Oh, wait, no, it's not. I thought it was the max hours for a second there. 78 hours, generate new sounding. Okay, let's go back a few hours. Actually, let's go to 69. So this is hour 69. Cape hires within 3 hours, pretty high on hour 72. This is where we have our weak tornado spot. And then hour 75, this is where we have our just straight up just tornado. This is where we have our weak supercell also. So, so supercell chances are very high for these days. Also for where I live, they're extremely high as well. And so, Oklahoma, Texas, anything east of Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas, you're in a tornado threat area, including Texas. Like and subscribe.